Hi guys, how are you doing? No worry, I no go tey, I no go tey, I no go tey. Everywhere just dull. Everywhere just dull. So, my comments made it across the blogs, and um, a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. So I want to read some of the comments. You know, we they do wetin we they do to dey inform and entertain, but una no dey gree get sense. So I'm sorry, I'm looking for it on the blogs. I'm looking for my story on the blogs to read some of the comments to you. Okay. Mrs. Linda, you said you're going to forward to me. Please don't forget to forward to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come on. Everybody for Niger now. We don't even know what to do. Ada. Hi, guys. So I want us to have this conversation. I want you to be honest. You see, a lot of people don't understand that when you marry a wife, you owe her the responsibility of treating her right. And one of the easiest ways to get broke, one of the easiest ways to get broke is to buy liabilities for people who cannot maintain them. I'll say that again. One of the easiest ways to get broke is to buy liabilities for people who cannot maintain them. A lot of people are doing well today, but if they have a hiccup in their revenue, they go broke in 6 months, especially in Nigeria. Hello, Ghana. They go broke in 6 months. And why is that? Because of what you call overheads. There are some people that spend 80 to 90% of their income on living expenses. I'm not making this up. 80 to 90% of the money that comes in goes on living. What exactly is living? Let me break it down to you. Your car, your generator, your AC, your comfort, your food, those things that are expendable. Like when you buy a car, you use it, after 3 years, you can still sell it for something. The food you eat cannot be resold. The petrol you poured inside your generator so that you will have light cannot be resold. So anybody who buys his mother a good car, unless you are sure of your revenue, na problem you dey find o. That's why I said buy your mother a Kuru. Let me tell you something, eh? Someone like me, I no go buy my parents' motor. Because once you buy your parents' motor, you are obliged to take care of it. And no matter what happens, you have to take care of it. So people, you have to be careful what you sign yourself up for. Some things are one-off gifts. You can buy your mother a trip to go to the UK. She goes and she comes back, finish. But you see that motor, you don't go price the tire. You don't go price the shock. You don't go price the servicing. All these things you should put into consideration. I've used a driver only once in my life. We bought a brand new Kia, as in I bought it brand new in Lagos and had it delivered to PH for taste buds. I now flew to PH. Now she tear the nylon, come out the motor. We hired a driver. Within 1 year, that car was not drivable again. As in, the guy, and the guy just when we told him to go, the person that even brought the driver for us, I don't know whether the person give us the driver so that the driver go take the monitor us. I don't even know. The driver wrecked the car. The car is still there in my compound now. We don't know what to do with it. So a lot of you don't understand that if you don't have what you call disposable income, there are things you should avoid. 1, village house. 2, unnecessary extended family commitments. Unnecessary extended family commitments. Someone said I should come and give her. I've already given it to my daughters. So they are learning how to drive so they can have it. I just remember what I did with it. Forgive me. Unnecessary extended family commitments. You have to know what your as you see me like this, I not get village house for village. And my partner if come meet me saying one build house for village, make I answer him. If my father's house, the one he's living in, the roof is leaking, or he has the foundation problem, or I will give him money for it. But you see that village house, 50 kobo, you know, collect from my hand. That's how good they look. We go to look ourselves. That's so, because it is in expenditure that is valueless. Now, don't get me wrong. I spend a lot of money on myself that is valueless. But I have to cap it. The money I spend doing foolish things, like going and spending a month in a hotel and staying in a suite, that's my foolishness. And it might seem like foolishness, but when my clients come there to meet me, person where they charge 2 million naira for 1 hour, I come there, sit down, I order buffet for him, he chop, he drink. You no go consider. They no go think you understand what I'm telling you? You no go think and you come and meet me in my room, and my room has a sitting room and a dining room inside the hotel, I stay in like a flat. And you come there and I entertain you there and we talk. Baba, you get what you know, you no go, you get some business where as you they come, the business they your head, you no go offer me. You just say, Baba, leave am. I just can't drink beer with you. So we all have stupid things we enjoy. But you've got to be careful how much stupidity you fund. You have to fund your own stupidity. If you're not happy with yourself, you will not be progressive. That's why when a woman is working, she goes to buy hair. Taste Buds wants to buy hair like this. She go budget like 2 million. Till she won't go buy hair. Hair. But that's what makes her happy. You've got to be able to fund a little bit of that. And you've also got to be able to take care of your parents. But you've also got to know the difference. Someone says, sir, what's your network? When you go home, ask your father. Because be like say your head no dey correct. Why are you so rude and forward? Someone said, is she foolish for buying? She's not foolish, but it's a foolish thing. Like me going to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks. It's a foolish thing. But the kind of foolishness I enjoy for the hard work. As I'm talking to you now, Taste Buds is still at work. She's still at work. From the moment she wakes up in the morning till the time she goes to bed, she's working. Even in the middle of the night, she will wake up and send code to this person, send transfer money to this person. Sometimes taste buds will sleep only to wake up because she has exhausted her bank allowance on 3 different banks. She has exhausted. She cannot do transfer again. So she will sleep and wake up at 1 a.m. A new day. So she can start sending the remaining transfers, to continue doing the remaining transfers. So when you work that hard, you should be able to spend money on some foolishness. How do the two of you have time for each other? Very important. I'm very busy. She's very busy. First things first, I make sure I work from home. And I make sure her factory is walking distance from the house. And with a lot of fight, I made sure a lot of her work is online. So there's the proximity. Then I also made sure that she has a studio kitchen inside the house and she has a small annex. They can't do everything, but they can do some things in the house. So sometimes she doesn't have to go to work to work. Then she has a very strong staff base. Her staff is everything. These boys get like 40 people where they work for them. Like play. Maybe even 50. I'm sorry, before she comes to fight me that. So what makes us have a lot of time for each other is one, her supply chain. She sorted it out. It's one of the first things you need to sort out in a business. 2, customers. 3, advertising. 4, your products. So, and 5, you have to think of proximity of everything and then your staff. So once you get that figured out, sometimes I still complain that she doesn't have enough time for me. And sometimes the time she has is to come and sleep. There was a time when we used to watch series every night for like 4 hours. We watch series, sleep off, wake up again, watch series. Now we can't watch series during the week because I have to come live and attend to my American audience and she has to do her work. So during the week, we only watch Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, if she's not watching TV with me, I go fight, I go quarrel am. I don't want to hear. Anything you want to do, but that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you must watch TV. Okay, Johnny boy, sorry, but you were forward. No, they ask that kind of question. So that is also a very, very important thing. Now, one thing I never do is I never tell her how to spend her money. I never tell her what to. The things she enjoys, I don't enjoy. It's with all women. Women like clothes, shoes. I love shoes. I can't be bothered with clothes. As you guys don't understand, I can wear a $5 shirt and a $10 shorts. Say I dey wear polo, Ralph Lauren sef. I too try. Normal me, I go not buy white t-shirt, $5. Why buy short knicker, $15 or £15. Finish. My shoes, I get shoes of £3,000, £2,000, £1,000, £800. I don't joke with my shoes. I don't joke with my watches. And I don't joke with my cars. But that cloth, they still they teach me how to wear until now. Then she's always investing in her business. She has grown her business. As in, I've never seen someone so passionately grow her business the way Taste Buds grows her business, with passion. She know the rest. Even when she tells you I'm at home today, I'm resting, is a lie. She's either researching, doing transfer, doing invoices, talking to procurement people. That her so-called I'm at home, na still work. So But one thing that has always worked for me, and I'm going to teach you from example, is when you have a large family, you have to learn to you have to learn to have what you call a monthly budget. That's what you need to live. Includes your power, children's school fees, upkeep, maintenance, feeding, all the priorities. Every other thing is extra. A lot of people have put parental extravagance inside their monthly upkeep. As in the extravagance of your parents and your extended family, you have been foolish enough to accommodate it inside your living expenses. I will never do that. The only people that are in my living expenses are the people that live with me in my house. Now, as you grow older, some things become living expenses, whether you like it or not, like suya every Friday. You understand? It has become a custom, a culture. Sunday buffet that we have in the house. So before you know it, all those things don't enter waiting supposed to be a very strict something. That is why there's nobody I give money monthly. I don't have any family member that I give money monthly. If you have a problem, me and you will discuss that problem. I will see how I can help. And this is why, because if you give anybody, including your parents, money monthly, it becomes an obligation. The day you don't give it, you become a bad child. Trust me. The day you stop, say something, do you. Because you see, when you do something over and over again, it takes away the gratitude and replaces it with entitlement and expectation. It takes away that gratitude. Now it becomes their entitlement. If you've done something every month for a year or more, you don't turn your work. Any day you stop for one reason or the other. I had a friend of mine who was sending his parents money monthly from abroad. But then he had to try, he was living in the UK, but then he had to refinance his house to go and do a course in Harvard for 3 years. Some of these, they are specialized business programs that was going to take him 3 years. Now that 3 years, his wife was going to go to the US with him, and his wife was going to work and take care of the kids. He's just going to work, and while you're doing your masters, you'll be able to work, especially with a full-time program. You'll be able to work but minimal hours. So he called everybody at home and said, for the next 3 years, things are not going to be like business as usual. Do you know his mother called his wife and told her to discourage him from doing that program? He called me and said, Daddy Freeze, I cannot believe my parents called my wife and tried to dissuade. I didn't ask them for money. I just told them that I will not be able to be funding their lifestyle the way. As a matter of fact, I will not be able to send them any money for the first 6 months to 1 year until I stabilize. And after that, I will only send them Bintinat, at least for the first 3 years. The guy come, they call me. They say, man, which kind of parents do I have? That his parents are like, I say, now you cause some. When they send your parents £400 every month, you don't open the amount now. Inside that 400, you see, let me tell you something. When something becomes regular, you start fitting your life into it. If you borrow loan from person, they expect, say, the £400 will come next month. You'll carry some inside, use and take paid loan. Baba, you will just fit yourself. Once something becomes regular, the human tendency is to fit yourself inside it. I said, never do it. Never do it. I said, once you are done with the school, call your mother. What business do you want to do? And his mother said she wants to open a provision shop. I will give you money for the provision shop. Go and do the, tell me how much you need to start the provision shop. The mother came back, said she needs 15 million naira. They sent her $10,000. It was about 15 million naira then. Everything from renting the shop to stocking the shop. Said, after this, I open this shop so you can feed yourself. You already are living in a house. And you have 2 flats. You stay in one, you are renting out the other, and you are renting out boys' quarter. That is enough for you. You now have the shop for your feeding. Manage it well. I'm not giving you money monthly again. That's the advice I gave him. Set them up. Out of that, instead of giving 400 pounds, 400 pounds, you'll be amazed that in 2 years, you don't spend past that $10,000. But after that, then let them understand that nothing's coming again. No. Run this business like your life depends on it. Use it and feed yourselves. Now, you also need to understand another problem our parents have is they have many children and they expect you to raise them. It's not a bad thing, it's an expectation. You have the ability to refuse the offer. It is your right to refuse. You have right of refusal. If my father called me now and said, he don't marry another young woman, or say, he won't get picking, we go, they go school. At that day, nothing concern me inside. So, when you think that you buy your mother a Highlander, unless your mother is still working, can your mother maintain a Highlander? Have you asked yourself, can my mother maintain a Highlander? Just ask yourself, because now you go to maintain them. At this 50 naira, 1,000 naira a liter, you go to buy fuel, put inside. Now, the problem is there are some people are making money and all that is peanuts. They can afford it. It means nothing to them. But let me tell you, when you are transitioning in business, it can ruin you. You can be a billionaire, but then maybe you bought land that you want to develop, and then you got into government problem. Maybe they sold the land to 2 or 3 other people, and you get stuck, and you have a cash crunch for 6 months. It happens to be best, like what Dangote is going through now, where they cry up and down, say, hey, they don't want to make himself where he's in a tough spot. If his expenditure is not properly calculated, I'm ready, he will get into trouble. And a lot of people.
Where's my box I kept on the bed?
It's there, right there.
Okay.
And a lot of people find themselves trapped in that. So always ask yourself, what must I spend every month? Inside that, what you must spend every month, do not include anybody's luxury living. My daughter called me the other yesterday from school that they've put their hostel on band A. That the money we are paying for her electricity has tripled. So am I going to say my daughter should go to school and not use light? Or am I going to say that I have no budget for it? Those are emergencies. You have to understand how to calculate your priority emergencies. That's what they're called. Priority emergencies. And one of the reasons, saw me driving around Richmond Estate Gate today. That could be me. So, what are your priority emergency expenditures in a month. In life, you have to learn to, you see, Nigerians are very wasteful. When you go abroad, they don't on heater. In the UK, they don't on heater the whole day. Once you wake up, you go off the heater, wear socks for your leg, wear jackets inside house. One day, you go begin conserve. Nigerians no sabi conserve. Scale of preference. God bless you, deal to the TUN. Nigerian man go on AC for him parlor, and he's not in that parlor, he's in his room. But that parlor they cooled down. Is wastefulness. Our government, sorry, is waste. They don't teach me bad English. Our parents, those days, civil service like this, you fit get 11 cars, 8 cars, 5 cars. Now, we are very wasteful. Baba, do you know that Tony Blair, I say Tony Blair, waiting be UK Prime Minister, he probably has a 3-car convoy. 3 cars. Baba, local government chairman, no, they move for Lagos or before Nigeria with 3 cars. As in, hey, babe. Hey. You understand? I'm ready. Go on. You know? So, we are very wasteful. We don't understand. Let me tell you a story, yeah? The best thing that happened to me in my life, I say this all the time, is I don't have 2 Nigerian parents. So because I don't have 2 Nigerian parents, I've seen another life that you people will never understand. My grandmother, my mother's grandmother, my great-grandmother, till she could not remember us again at 100 years old, we used to go and live in her house. Nobody ever gave her money. From her pension, she could pay her rent. She could take care of herself. Even when she stopped remembering, because she had grown at 100, she could not remember anybody again. She could still take care of herself. Naija, once your parents reach 60 like this, they don't turn your problem. I say this story all the time. I was a kid when I traveled with my mom to Romania, and my grandfather, I saw him count money to give my mom, and my mom asked, I say, Tata is father in Romania. Why are you giving me this money? And my grandfather said, so you can take care of the kids, take them shopping, buy things for them. Then my mother will say to my grandfather, am I not the one that's supposed to give her money? I said, no. My grandfather will say, no, you're supposed to give them money. Take care of them. And that's the mentality my mom has. That's why for every one of her grandchildren, my mom has input in their life. If it is school, for that mentality from her own father. So when you see the European, they are differently wired from us. They don't eat everything at once. Their society does not even allow you to eat everything at once. I was having a conversation with my sister today. She said that she turned down a job because it would put her in a higher tax bracket. And when she enters a higher tax bracket, she will have to pay more taxes. So she turned down a higher paying job because it will push her into a higher tax bracket. So I'm like, people, they reject money. Say yes, so because when you enter a higher tax bracket, the little tax waivers you are getting before will be cancelled. You are going to pay everything 50% tax. Someone said that's the UK. You don't already figure them out. You know waiting with the talk. And that system is actually better than the United States system because the poor are better taken care of. You can't become rich the way you become rich in the US, but you also cannot become poor the way you can become poor in the US. And that same system is what they have in Canada. That's why you will not blow, but you will not suffer. You will not suffer. So the system is, my sister said that if you earn less than £22,000, I don't know if it's 22 or 12, you will pay no taxes. So the money of the £100,000 earners is what they used to take care of the £22,000 earners, hospital, insurance, all those kind of, I don't know what it is, but that's what they used to take care of them. So they don't like wasteful living. The more you earn, the more you spend. In Nigeria, it's the other way around. The more you earn, the more you work. And you work everything in your generation, finish, leaving nothing. You see, Nigerians live like we inherited the country from our parents. Oyinbo people live like they borrowed their country from their children. It's two different mindsets. Just figure this thing I'm telling you out. Nigerians live like they inherited Nigeria from their parents, like it's their inheritance. May they squander them. Oyinbo people live like they borrowed the country from their children. So when you borrowed something from your children, you must pay it back with interest. You cannot abuse it. So when I said buy your mother, your wife, a better car than your mother, is because when you buy your mother, I remember when we wanted to buy one of our aunties a car. Me, I was looking for Lexus that time. Now one of my guys called me and said, Baba, they know they buy big car for person who don't retire. Because if you buy them now, you go maintain them. Buy them waiting, they go feed maintain. So before you plunge and go and buy your mother the latest CRV or Lexus, can your mother afford it? If not, if you got crunched in a tight spot, let me tell you what happened to somebody I know. Somebody paid fraud money into his account. You know what the first thing they do to you? They freeze all your accounts. That fraud money can be 500K. So it took him about 3 months and he had to go to court and back before he could explain to them that somebody actually sent him money for a transaction. He had to go to court and for that 3 months, all his accounts were locked, including his personal, his savings, everything was locked. So now the small money where his wife gets, now they use they take run that home for that 3 months. You think say your wife go bring out Lexus servicing money from her small money that she wants to use to help you to run the home, to go and help you service your mother's Lexus? Ask yourself well. First things first, Baba, when you see that kind of problem, how much was the wife's salary? Like 500K a month. This guy na chairman, they sell cars. So he was making good money. Or more, they lock everything, yam. Money day in your account. Say you don't even go trouble, when you enter trouble, because he was supposed to pay some people. They don't lock in account, you know if you pay. But luckily for him, those people were understanding. So inside your wife 500K, now una go now chop. Think about it. Inside that problem now, you think any unnecessary expenditure go enter? We actually acquire to live above our means. We want to be able to validate our power with the things we don't need. That's not the yarn. We want the label and the name dropping over conservatism. I don't need to talk anymore. Make I end the live. Finish. Everything we do is for show. All of us, we're all guilty. And we look at what it has cost us. When you live in Eastern Europe, winter and a lesson teacher. Winter na lesson teacher. If you've ever experienced Eastern Europe winter, those days when the world was not like it is now, you go inside a shop and buy things in cans. The whole tomato where you go chop for winter, when you buy them for autumn, if you buy 10,000 naira tomato, you go carry 3,000 home, put inside bottle, put salt on top, seal them, go put them inside basement. So the food you are going to eat in December, you go down the budget them for October because no food go there that whole time. So it teaches them how to conserve. The fact that we have sunlight 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year is actually a problem because we don't know how to manage anything. We just eat like cockroaches. Chop, 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 chop. Ants build nests. Termites build ant hills. Bees build hives. Even wasps build colonies. We be like cockroach. We just dey chop. When we chop and finish, we go to the next place. Chop. How can you explain a country that had groundnut pyramids, a country that had rubber plantations, a country that was an exporter of cocoa and palm oil? Where are all? It's not like we never had them. Where are all those things now? Gone. Gone. We ate it all. Baba, see this petrol now. They say petrol now 1,800. I don't even feel put mouth. Me they not come carry person. Baba, I don't get power. Oh. I don't feel shout. I don't feel shout. They say, where are all the celebs? They did not protest. Nobody get power. Oh. Everybody just sit down for their house. They maintain. They sustain. Let's just thank God for life. I don't know how we are going forward in this country now. I don't know how. It is tough. It is tough. They say one China man don't come Nigeria, come buy plantations where won't use the plant yam. The Chinese can see that the future is agriculture. I was having a conversation with somebody in the oil and gas industry. They said that all the oil that we are digging from the ground that has already been sold, that we cannot even meet our foreign quota. I don't know, I'm not an oil expert. That's why we don't have local oil. Because we have promised people that we sell to them. And we have not even met the target yet. Farms are now turned to lands to build houses. Do you know we have a rubber plantation in Ikene? What happened to that? Awolowo's brilliant idea. What happened to it? What happened? We don't close Dunlop. I don't know. There was a time when Dunlop was... Papa, if you think this country, we do ourselves. Oh. We do ourselves. And we still have not gotten it. I'm worried. I'm worried. It's like to fix this country has become an impossible task. I'm very worried. And normally, I know they too worry. But for me to tell you that I'm worried, I'm truly, truly worried. Make I go sleep small. I go still come back. I guess some things we won't make with gist for night. Pray that I have energy. I love you all. Deal to the team. I'm Shagon. Your contributions were wonderful. Ayo Deji Ahaya. Join me later at night. God bless you. Make I go sleep small. Take care of yourselves. See ya. Benny, oh yeah, what are you still doing?